Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Now today, as you can see, we are going to be playing with Espeon Garbodor. Now a lot of people don't think this deck is viable anymore because it lost Flareon from Ancient Origins, and therefore Fire Weak Pokemon such as Metagross and even Decidueye, which is starting to see a resurgence somehow, you don't get to hit for weakness. However, the deck is adapting by using two Garbodor from Garbotoxin, just as we saw yesterday towards Garb, which also had Espeon. But this list is focused more on Espeon. We have like a big focus on Confusion, and then using Psychic. We have Divide GX in order to be able to set up knockouts for the later stages of the game. So yeah, Espeon-GX pretty good card. And then of course you combine it with the two Garbodors, which are natural partners because of the energy requirements. And sure, you're weak to Psychic, you have a lot of Psychic weak Pokemon, but you're also Psychic type, so unless you're up against a Lele-GX kind of deck, you really won't struggle against anything. So, as far as supporters go, we have 4 Sycamore, 4 N, 3 Guzma, and 1 Acerola and 1 Brigette. Only 1 Brigette because Brigette isn't as necessary to go off on turn 1 in this deck, just because all of the Pokemon are good starters, essentially. Even we're using 4 Tapu Lele, therefore we won't really struggle to get the Brigette, and Tapu Lele is a pretty solid attacker itself, especially after Espeon-GX has spread a bit of damage here and there. And then afterwards, aside from the supporters, we have pretty much maximum consistency. We have 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Choice Band, 4 Float Stone, we have 2 Field Blower, and then 1 Rescue Stretcher and 1 Super Rod, both recovery cards. So we essentially don't have anything that's a single of in this deck other than Brigette and Acerola. However, you can search either of those when you need them with a Tapu Lele. So that's like one basic rule when trying to build a deck. Playing one-offs is usually not good unless you can specifically search for them. That way, if you're using a one-off of say a certain Pokemon or a certain energy or a certain item card or supporter card, it's for very specific situations, and if you can't directly search for the card, then it's very unlikely that you will have that specific card for that specific situation when you actually need it. So that's the reasoning behind not using too many singles. And even though Rescue Stretcher and Super Rod are singles, each of them, they both recover, right? They help you recover Pokemon. Super Rod also helps you recover energy. Rescue Stretcher gives you the versatility of getting a Pokemon directly into your hand. So between those two cards, you have essentially recovery, and you have options within the recovery. And yeah, that's the list. Now let's jump into the ladder, and let's hope we get some good games, because I know, and some people have commented that we really haven't been able to showcase some of the decks this week, like to their true potential, mostly because of some bad draws. But fortunately, I don't have like 24 hours a day to play 12 games with a single deck and then select the 3 really good matches and record all of those 12 games, narrate them, because it, like, after narrating 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, obviously I get tired as well. So there's many factors that go into making the videos, and I really wish, I mean, it's either we do it this way, like showcasing live what happens, or I could do it the other way. However, I probably wouldn't be able to do daily videos. So I'm not sure which you guys would prefer. However, the channel has been going 2 years strong with the system of showing the live games. So I generally feel that sticking with this is the right way to go. So we're up against a Volcanion deck. I'm going to assume Ho-Oh's Alazul Volcanion. Therefore, Espeon-GX will be pretty important. Field Blowers, probably not so important. However, we most likely won't have time to recover. Definitely discarding the Super Rod. However, not sure if the Field Blower, the N, or the Sycamore. So I'm trying to think next turn. My opponent probably only does Lele into Kiawe, or at least that's what he would want. So I'm gonna get rid of the Sycamore, I guess, just to shuffle my opponent's hand. Now let's see if the Brigette is available. It is. That's pretty cool. So the TCE, it could go to Lele, it could go to Eevee, and I think I'm going to choose Eevee just because it's very unlikely that my opponent will be able to get a knockout on turn 1. He would need Eevee Volcanion and a Fighting Fury Belt and 2 Fire Energy and a Guzma, so that's 5 out of 6 cards, very specific 5 cards, or replacing the Fighting Fury Belt with another Volcanion but then a 3rd energy. So it seems extremely unlikely that my opponent pulls that off. I'm gonna get to Trubbish and 1 Eevee and attach to Eevee, and I'm gonna pass, and we'll see what happens here. My opponent does go for the Ultra Ball. Does go for the Lele, discarding Guzma and DC. Wait, what? What? Oh, this is Rainbow Road. This is not Volcanion EX. I did not pay attention to the previous screen, clearly. Wow. Okay. Oopsies. I was really confused there for a second, and unfortunately, should have kept the Sycamore instead of the N. I mean, yes, I did not pay attention to the previous screen. Definitely that's a mistake on my part. However, if you're sitting down at a tournament, you don't immediately know what your opponent is playing until like the later stages of the rounds. So we're kind of simulating that. Now we do get a Psychic, however we don't get a Float Stone, so we are not able to snipe the Joltik right here. Right now my opponent is dealing, what is it, 10 plus 30, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types, 160 damage. So another Xerneas on the bench, a Float Stone or a Guzma and a Choice Band would do the job. Okay, I think this is all we do for now. Then next turn we can, depends on what my opponent does, but we can divide GX, or we can Guzma and knock out the Xerneas. We'll see. Oh, my opponent is the one that goes ahead and Guzmas. So, oh my, that's a knockout. Without the Choice Band, that's actually a knockout. Wow. So yeah, I mean, if we had found a way to retreat, we would have knocked out the Joltik. We did not. And my opponent got an absolutely fantastic start. So 1, 2, 3, only 4 item cards so far. So I guess Confusion is now my best friend here. So of course I top deck the TCE, right? Of course I top deck the TCE. I'll touch the Choice Band, although it doesn't really matter. I'm actually gonna Field Blower it away immediately, and I really don't want to discard the TCE. So I'm gonna Lele for an N, but that was a very unfortunate draw. Very unfortunate top deck. So yeah, this reduces the odds that we get Psychic Energy. However, I trust I will get one. Nope. See guys, I really tried to showcase the deck to its best potential, but then if the draws don't help you, what are you supposed to do, right? I mean, generally, what am I supposed to do in this situation? I really can't control this, and I can't spend 10 hours trying to get 3 good games. Oh boy. Okay, so let's get a knockout on this Xerneas. 1, 2, 3, only 4 item cards. So my opponent really taking care of not using too many item cards. And I really need to draw things. So I'm gonna lose the Guzma. It's only my first Guzma, so that's fine. I need Garbodor. I need to set up my Garbodors, potentially set up Garbotoxin as well. Espeon would be nice to just outright confuse the next Xerneas, because we're probably going to lose this Tapu Lele as well. However, we didn't get an Eevee and no Float Stone either. Down to 20 cards, 0 Float Stones. So yeah, now we have to hope. And when you have to hope in Pokemon, it's never good. The choice band of our prize cards. Wait, did I really play the Field Blower and I didn't remove the Float Stone? Wow. Oops. That's really bad. I didn't notice it was attached. I generally did not notice it was attached. So yeah. My opponent is relying a lot on Orankuru. So imagine if I had managed to set up the Garbotoxin Garb, we would be able to stop that. Oh wow, we see a Fairy Energy attached there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. That Field Blower was pretty bad, guys. I'm not gonna lie, that Field Blower was pretty bad. However, we can still get the knockout on the Xerneas by retreating our Tapu Lele. So we finally got a break here. My opponent finally misses some pieces. And yep, 120 HP. I'm just gonna outright attach both choice bands so that I don't draw them again. Could have locked abilities with a choice band, but then that makes it awkward and Guzma start to mess with you too much. So I'm just gonna energy drive here. This should set my opponent really far back, I wanna say. If he wants to get back into this, he definitely has to use one item card, so our Trash Challenge Garbodor can take on the next Xerneas. And yeah, now there's 7 item cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the 4th Ultra Ball, that's 7. And then benches another Xerneas, puts back a Xerneas and 2 Fairy Energy, and he has used 2 Max, oh no, just 1 Max Elixir, huh. There's a Max Elixir. And there's an N. So, odds are he won't get the TCE, I wanna say. And he doesn't. We see another rainbow. Okay, so we actually get, I think I want to Guzma here. I think using Guzma and knocking out that Xerneas should win us the game here. This should be the game winning move. I mean, another Xerneas powered up, we can deal with Tapu Lele. That's our last Guzma. However, we have all 4 Tapu Leles in play. So speaking of like really good Tapu Lele usage and having 4 in one deck, basically if we set up a second Trash Challenge Garbodor, we should be able to win. If we deny abilities, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 item cards, so we're dealing 180 damage. He's gonna lose one double Galvantula. So Okay, and then we assume he gets a knockout. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types. 6, yeah, he still gets a knockout there. So I'm not gonna bother with locking abilities anymore, but I can't seem to find my other Trash Challenge Garbodor. So I'm just gonna attach to the Trubbish, and I'm gonna play down all my Float Stones just to thin out my deck, and I'm going to Trash Challenge for 180. So we're in the driver's seat, but we're still not, we still haven't completely won. All 4 Sycamore used, 2N used. There we see the Cernias. There is a Rainbow Force, however, we do have the knockout with Tapu Lele, and my opponent doesn't have anything in play. And I could even consider locking abilities here. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. The Garbodor is in the deck, so I really don't know. What I should do. I feel like Garbodor as a finisher is a lot better. Denying abilities doesn't really get me too far ahead. So yeah, only 1 card in the deck helps us. From the prizes, we probably can't get something too useful. Oh, never mind, there's the Ultra Ball. So the Ultra Ball guarantees the game, unless my opponent is somehow able to knock out this Tapu Lele. See a Choice Band. Oh ho ho. Oof. Okay, so Elixir plus DCE on Tapu Lele wins my opponent the game. No. No. Please no. Please no. No. Wow, he whiffed. That was way too close. Way too close. I mean, I don't think there was anything we could have done to stop it, just because we lost the Trash Challenge Garbodor, and we didn't draw it afterwards. So there's really not much we could have done to prevent that, but thankfully my opponent whiffed the Elixir. He had gone through quite a few Fairy Energy, so I'm not sure how many he had left. His deck was pretty thin, but yeah, that was pretty intense and pretty close. So managed to come back from that one, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you can, it really helps out the channel. I hope I get to see a lot of you guys tomorrow at Connecticut Regionals. I will be there, so come say hi, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.